Hello, folks. It is Jim Alfano with the Brooke Team at eXp Realty, bringing you Dawn Callahan from Right Step Mortgage. Good morning. Good morning, Dawn. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you, James?
I'm doing very cool, very cool. Loving every day and loving the business of real estate, and appreciate your help in the past. And just wanted to talk to you a few minutes and give our, myself and people that I know and that are going to get this email or see this video some idea of what you do and how you're different than a traditional mortgage brokerage, because Right Step Mortgage is a mortgage wholesaler, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, can you explain what exactly is mortgage wholesaling and how does it differ from a traditional mortgage brokerage?
Well, there's a couple things, James. First of all, good morning, everybody, wherever you are, maybe afternoon. And the difference it's pretty basic. You have your retail lenders and you have us, your wholesale lenders. And it's pretty cut and dry. The retail side is they have their products, they offer you their products, and they have a lot of overlays that they have to abide by. When you're on the wholesale side of lending, things are a little more flexible. So it is really becoming quite popular. It's been kind of a hidden secret for a little bit of a time, but what the people love, the clients love, is that it's seamless, it's faster. On the wholesale side, our rates are very, very competitive and most times lower because we don't have all the middlemen to pay. We also, the main thing is we have a lot more loan options than most retail lenders.
You mentioned overlays. You said there are less overlays in the wholesaling end of it. So what does it mean when you say there are less overlays? What's an overlay?
An overlay is basically a rule. So in other words, let's say, for instance, you're going to go into your bank and you're going to apply for a loan. They have their set of rules, regulations, quote unquote, overlays that they have to abide by. Ours are much more flexible. Example, they need to hit, for example, 620 credit score. We can go down to almost 500. That if they don't fit into the cookie cutter part of lending, which is, the perfect credit score, the perfect amount in the bank, perfect debt to income, which we could talk about in a little bit, then, that's where we step in. But we also do all of those regular conventional FHA loans, traditional loans at a lower rate. Fees are lower. And then with us, we have many loan options. So think about if you're going out shopping for, say, homeowners insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either go to Prudential or Geico or all the heavy hitters or National. But if you go to an agent, the agent can shop all of those products. So that's kind of where we fit in. So we're not the bank. We're not this lender, that lender. We're the lender that can shop everybody, if that makes more sense.
Oh, it totally does. But also, you do have a regular mortgage broker that could shop normal mortgage brokerages, and then you're positioning as a wholesaler. Now, if I analogize that to, let's say, a Costco, Costco is, for most common folk, a way to get into almost a wholesale kind of a situation where you're buying in bulk, right? But
Correct.
You have to pay a membership. So can just anyone go into to apply through you for mortgage wholesaling? And if so, why isn't it more commonplace?
Correct. Yes. Anybody apply through us. And just so everybody knows, I love to educate people. So that being said, once you apply, I then have a very close contact and communication with my clients so that I educate them along the way, because a lot of people are very intimidated in the process. So that's where I help them. It doesn't cost anything to apply. It doesn't cost anything to do a pre-approval. And I actually suggest people do that way ahead of time. Even if you don't think you're ready, it's best to do that so that together we get a financial snapshot of what you have, what your goals are, and how to get there.
Yeah, 100%. If people aren't looking very seriously at their actual true numbers, or at least a good understanding of what those actual and true numbers are going to be, how do you properly shop? Like you really need to define your budgeting and what you would be approved for, and it behooves everyone to speak to a professional right away. I think I agree.
Absolutely. And I think too many people listen to people that don't know what they're talking about. Oh, you need this much to put down, that much to put down. People would be very pleasantly surprised to know that you could put down as little as 1% if you fit in the right loan product. So a lot of people think 20%, 10%. That's where you want to go to somebody who's knowledgeable and knows the business and knows how to help the client. And that's where I step in. I help the client from A to Z. We look at all of their documents and what they have going on and what their goals are. And why don't people know more about wholesale is a very good question. Is
Yeah,
because all the heavy hitters spend all the money that we save people on advertising. So in other words, like you referred to Costco. So we might have, I would say, Nordstrom quality with Costco prices. Also, we're one of the few people that do a soft pull. And what a soft pull means is that it doesn't hit your credit hard. Everybody, when they do a credit pull, whether you're buying furniture, a car, a house, they do what they call as a hard pull. Once they do a hard pull, that opens up Pandora's box to everybody and their brother to call you for whatever item it is you're shopping for. When we do a soft pull, that protects the client from all of that spam and junk and infiltration of just phone calls and constant. So what we do is in that way there we can actually get a snapshot of their credit report and make a wise decision as to what's available for them.
hmm, excellent. Historically, I want to say like mortgage wholesaling seems to be relative newer than or a newer concept, at least not one that has been well spoken about for many years.
Correct.
Okay, so it is relatively new to the market, is that right?
I wouldn't say it's new, it's just becoming more popular with the way that the world is turning, and traditional things are not always fitting everybody's cookie cutter situation. So in the wholesale world, we have many options. Say you live in a rural area and there's no banks around. That's where we would come in and help you shop around. We help the client shop for the best product with the best rate. And also, our turnaround times are usually half of what everybody else's is as far as closings. And with us, we have direct access to our processors, our underwriting team, where when you work with other folks, and that's fine if it works for them, but they work the banker hours. I myself and other people in the wholesale world work like you realtors all the time when needed. So if my client calls at 8 o'clock on a Friday night, I answer the phone.
Understood. Yeah, so it's the product and the concept of mortgage wholesaling has existed for a long time, but it's only starting to gain in popularity in recent years. How long has it been? Like, when did it start becoming popular? Do you have any idea?
I don't know specifically, but even for myself as a lender, it came to light to me about 3 years ago. So it's been around for a long time, but like I said, I think it's just becoming more popular now because people aren't always fitting into what that certain criteria is that everybody else has that you need to fit into that mortgage loan process. So with more and more people becoming working at home, people owning it's now the statistics of people owning their own businesses.
Mhm.
Those are specific loans, and that's the type of loans that we work on too. So that being said, that's where that's becoming more popular. And also with wholesale lending, I think it's just really becoming so quickly popular because we use a lot of the AI, automated, intelligence. People nowadays just want one click and done. People want an answer right away. So with us, it's seamless, it's faster. It's just a better process all around for realtors, for clients, for everyone involved.
Do you work with different pools of lenders compared to a normal mortgage broker, or do you just have different connections to those lenders?
Brokers in general have connections to all lenders, depending on who you choose to work with. There are many out there that you choose to work with, but there are a couple that are in, the top five. And it also depends on everybody's situation. I mean, every single person, it's like painting a picture, is totally unique and different. You know, one person might have a bad credit score, or one person might have a great credit score, no money in the bank. So that's where we come in and find whatever elite product fits them specifically.
All right, Dawn. So just to clarify a little bit with regards to the wholesaler versus a normal mortgage broker, you're saying that the pool of lenders, a lot of the mortgage brokers can only offer their own products, right? But even the ones that could shop to different lenders are restricted in which lenders they can contact. Whereas you, as a wholesaler, can contact just about any lender in the world that you want to.
Correct.
Okay, so this is the wholesale aspect of it. You have that wide, vast array of people you can communicate with,
Right.
which
Right.
allows for all that much more flexibility. Okay.
Right. So where that would come into play is like, yes, traditional buying a home, refinance. Sure, we do those all day, every day. That's what we specialize in. That's our key, clients that come to us. And because we're wholesale, like I said, the rates and fees are very competitive and most times lower because we don't have to pay all the middlemen that the people are, the heavy hitters on the retail side are using all that money for advertising, all the middlemen that they have to pay in all the different positions. Whereas I go directly, or we go directly to the lender. We don't have to go through X, Y, and Z to get to the lender. And another big selling point is that we have direct access to our processors and underwriters. If you work with a retail provider, a lot of times they work their hours. I don't want to say banker hours, but they work their specific hours, where as brokers or wholesalers, we work all the time like retailers do. So when our clients call, we answer the phone. We get things done a lot. Our average clear to close is about 19 days, where on the retail side, it's about 45 to 60.
Right. And you also mentioned the fact that you could go out to all these varied underwriter lenders. It also enables you to better help people that are not ideal candidates for mortgages.
Correct. So say you have your own business, that gets a little sticky.
It certainly does.
We have just, just products for somebody who owns their own business. Say you're retired and you don't have, a W-2 income coming in right now, or a pay stub because you're retired, but you have many assets. We have an asset loan specifically for that. We have many, like I said, we go down to lower credit scores and more flexibility with loan products for different people. So what we do is when someone applies, our team puts it together and we look at all the options to see what fits best for them in the loan world as far as product scopes. We have many more to offer. And say somebody has some financial issues, maybe we can work with them as well, or show them how to get to where they want to be. There's many options with us, whereas in the retail world, it's very cut and dry.
Hey, Dawn, so give me information about if someone wanted to reach out to you. What's your email address? What's your phone number? What's your website? Tell me about that, please.
Okay, so I'm with Right Step Mortgage in Avon, and my email is Dawn Callahan at rstepmortgage.com. Phone 203-605-0589.
All right, very cool. Hey, I appreciate you joining us and taking the time to make this video and providing this information. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you, Dawn.
You as well. Thanks for having me, James. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.